Yes, so we would like to have $8 million in support from the community.
Right, $8 million in the capital campaign and 51. Now, where will the 8 comes from as part of the 51 million?
31 million is
Right.
Seacoast.
Okay.
Costs a lot of money to build a hospital.
Wow.
And
yeah.
The other 20 million is going to be the expansion projects over at Loris Community Hospital.
Mm-hmm. That is tremendous.
So it really costs a lot of money. You know, it takes several years to go through the process. But the more we're financing this through bonds, the more community support you have, of course, the better you look on your bond ratings.
Yes.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're a true nonprofit, the only true nonprofit hospital in our area.
Is that right, in Horry County?
In Horry County, so every dollar is of course 100% tax deductible, and every dollar stays right here in our community, 100% of every donation. It's not that many charities that can actually say that.
No.
We don't have any home office in, Tennessee
Right.
or some of the other charities that have home offices somewhere else, and
Sure.
a portion stays here and a portion goes there.
Right.
100% stays right here in the local community.
That is.
And also, we serve, of course, the local citizens,
Right.
but there are thousands and, as you know, millions of folks who come down to the North Myrtle Beach area
Tourists.
on vacation.
Yes.
Tourists.
The Myrtle Beach Area
Yeah.
Chamber of Commerce and the
That's
North
right.
Beach Chamber and Little River Chamber and many other chambers support many of those tourists, but they're down here for a reason.
Down here on vacation. If they are unfortunate, they have an accident, the child may step on a piece of glass, break a leg,
Sure.
something like that.
Jellyfish.
Of course, they're transported over to Seacoast, and we have a full emergency room, take care of all of those needs as long as
Right.
they don't have to stay overnight. And if they do stay overnight, we transport them to Loris, and we don't charge them for that ambulatory transportation.
Is that right?
If they are transferred from Seacoast over to Loris.
Wow.
And the thing about the Loris, most of the employees have been there for a long time. We have over 800 employees. We had an employee dinner, and folks were getting an award that had been there for 45 years.
Wow.
35, 30.
Wow.
I couldn't believe how
Yeah.
long some of those folks have been there.
Yeah.
Some physicians, nurses, just folks that had started their career with Loris and stayed with Loris. It's a true family atmosphere.
Right.
And when you're in the hospital there, they treat you like family.
That is
You
wonderful.
know, people leave there loving their nurse, knowing them by name, even knowing the folks who clean their room, because the folks are just very nice, friendly, hometown people at Seacoast.
Both there in Loris and
Loris.
Seacoast. That is
It
wonderful.
It is. And a lot of our snowbirds, of course, they use Seacoast for all their services.
Right.
The ones who are here in the wintertime, they love Seacoast because it is such a friendly atmosphere, and everybody treats you like family.
That's amazing, Tammy. What a great feeling for you, having almost served an entire year up there, to hear this
Right.
both directly and anecdotally about the love that folks have of their
Right.
service, of their experience there.
Yes, it is.
Is your office physically there at Seacoast, or is it at Loris? And of
Yes.
course, you're back and forth at
I'm
both?
back and forth.
Right.
But my office is at Seacoast.
Okay.
Almost every day I
Right.
travel to Loris.
Right.
It's 21 miles.
Sure. Yes, you
from
know
Seacoast
exactly.
to
Yeah.
Loris. And usually, meeting with volunteers, meeting with folks who want to give to the foundation
Right.
or other hospital business. But there are a lot of travel
Sure.
between the two.
You've highlighted a great reason that one of our viewers in the PD or southeastern North Carolina, or even right down here, but particularly in the Palmetto State, would want to help support the Loris Seacoast Healthcare Foundation. Just that idea, even if they're not directly in Loris or in North Myrtle Beach or the Cherry Grove area, but particularly because anyone
Right.
can be impacted if they're in that area and be transported directly to Seacoast and Loris, and y'all's ability to serve them to a great degree is by donations and support that the community provides. But no matter what, they're going to be there to help them.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Another thing that we do is the Backpack Buddies program.
Oh yeah, share with
And-
viewers a little about the how that's both funded and what it is exactly.
Okay. Well, the Backpack Buddies program is privately funded. We actually, the foundation adopted it under our hospice, and my daughter actually got involved with it when she was, last year when she competed as Miss Myrtle Beach, and had a project that she wanted to start here.
Yes.
And she started here and in Clemson. And of course, you need an umbrella group to really help you with it, so that you can get the food at a low cost and have a 501c nonprofit organization that checks can be written to for the contributions. And actually, the hospital is a great tie-in because we have volunteers that come in every day to volunteer to help either with patients or other things. And when we have explained to them about the Backpack Buddies and gotten a large group of them to actually help pack the bags.
Is that right?
Yes.
Great.
So we are servicing 836 children a week.
No,
so
Tammy.
It is a lot.
Here and in Clemson, or just here in Myrtle?
In Horry County.
In Horry County, yes.
We service...
what schools are being serviced?
Myrtle Beach Primary School.
MB Primary.
There's 208 children just at that one school.
Now, you're going to have to break it down for viewers in just a second of exactly what the Backpack Buddies program does, but go ahead. 208 students there at Myrtle Beach Primary.
Just at Myrtle Beach Primary. So that's about 22% of the children in Myrtle Beach Primary that that the administration has determined do not have food to eat at home.
Over the weekends.
Over the weekends. They really don't have enough food to eat at home on the weeknights either, but at least during the week they're getting breakfast and lunch at school.
At school.
You know, but when they go home on Friday,
you
know, they go from Friday to Sunday with no food.
22% of the student body at Myrtle Beach Primary.
Myrtle Beach Primary.
The administration there at Myrtle Beach Primary feels that they do not have adequate resources to enable them to eat over the weekend.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
Right. And for about 50 cents a day, you know, we can feed those children.
That is incredible, Tammy.
It's a huge undertaking to pack those bags and get them distributed each week. But we also do North Myrtle Beach Primary School.
NMB Primary, right.
Daisy Elementary School.
Daisy Elementary, good.
Which is out between Loris, it's in the Longs area.
Right.
And then Loris Elementary School.
And Loris Elementary. That is wonderful.
And we receive calls constantly for other schools that would like it.
Oh, I know.
When I deliver food to the schools, the one thing that the administration always catches me and says, you know, we have a child here at Myrtle Beach Primary that has siblings over at Myrtle Beach Intermediate, Myrtle Beach Elementary School, Myrtle Beach Middle School. They don't have food to eat either. So when they bring home this one bag of food each week, they have to share it with 6 siblings. And
this is terrible.
They want us to be able to service those, but you know, we took this project on and started immediately with 836 children. So that was, we raised the money to pay for the food.
Sure.
We became a partner with the Low Country Food Bank so we could get the food at a reduced cost.
Right, of course.
And then the challenges of storing it, getting it packed, and get it delivered each week. Right now, you know, we feel like we're almost at our max, and unless we get more volunteers. So hopefully if there's anybody listening and they want to help feed more children in this county, there is such a huge
They
need.
can come, and you're packing the bags where? They're at Seacoast Medical Center.
We have a room that's about 2,800 heated square feet.
2,800 square feet, right.
And we get pallets of food, huge pallets of food. And they are just simply packed into Bullino's, donates the food, just the bags like you get your groceries in when you go to Bullino's. And you just simply pack the non-perishable food items like cans of pork, you know, individual-sized cans of pork and beans, Lance crackers, Yoo-Hoos, fruit juices.
What is this costing about on a monthly basis, Tammy, to support these? I mean, is there some idea, some way to know that if a viewer, we're running out of time, if a viewer can not only give some time but also make a donation, what does this cost to support? How many is that? 836. 836 students each during the school year. What is that? What is that approximate cost?
About $1,800 a month.
$1,800 a month. Okay.
Plus lots of volunteer time, but we're not. You know, we don't have to pay for the volunteer time. We're fortunate that folks are generous enough to donate their time.
That is tremendous. Well, I am so thankful you've gotten into that and obviously helped kick that program off.
Oh, yes.
There, I know you highlighted it's a national program, so any of the schools would be available if they can have a great volunteer group, but let's take advantage of Loris and Seacoast Medical Center. Thank you so much.
And if a PTA would like the PTO organizations, if they would like to get involved and partner with us, if we could get more volunteers, believe it or not, it's easier to raise the money to pay for the program than it is to get the volunteers to pack and deliver the food. So we need volunteers. So if anybody's listening and wants to help with that, please don't hesitate to call us.
That's wonderful. 390-8215. Tammy, thanks so much for being with us this morning. I'm sorry we've run out of time. Absolutely. Stay tuned to a little more with Tammy Eaves, the Executive Director of the Loris Seacoast Healthcare Foundation, coming up next. You know, the phone number is simple, the website is simple, and the need is very simple but critical. 390-8215. How many guests give their direct line? They want the call. 390-8215. That's area code 843. LorisHealthcare.org. Click on Foundation to learn more about the tremendous activities in the capital campaign Tammy shared off camera. They're more than 25%, more than $2 million toward that $8 million goal of this 5-year capital campaign. They're working hard, pushing every day. Hopefully they'll thoroughly overachieve it. But they also have tremendous financial needs here for the Backpack Buddies program. They need money, they need volunteers, they need even non-perishable food items. If you've got a lead on some of those, they've got the bags from Bowl & O's, but they really need volunteers. You heard her say it right up there at Seacoast Medical Center, a 2,800 heated square feet room for you to come in. There's key hours during multiple days, a real opportunity to get in there and help stuff these bags for these kids in need of these 4 area schools. 836 students here in Horry County are being served at Myrtle Beach Primary, North Myrtle Beach Primary School, Daisy Elementary, and Loris Elementary. A tremendous need. Did you hear Tammy share about that? This Backpack Buddies program is for real, and to think that the administration of those schools recognize that that many children at Myrtle Beach Primary, 208 students at a minimum, are in need of food over the weekend. 208 students right there at Myrtle Beach Primary. Take the time to learn more about it. Give Tammy a call. She wants you to give her a call, 843-390-8215. Tammy Eaves, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Appreciate it.